Well, hello, and welcome back to another lesson. Loads of you asked for this, so it had to be done, and I probably would have done it anyway because it's immense. This is a lesson to look at Alice in Chains' Man in the Box solo section, and basically we're going to dive right in. It's the usual tuning, all that affair, you know what's going on. So the signal chain has changed slightly. We're going into the wah, and I've cut the gain a little bit. And halfway through the solo, I'm going to turn off the wah and change to kind of the in-between sound. I don't know what he does. I think he's using like a telly in the video, so I don't know what he's doing there. But there's a guitar overdub basically, so the solo's in two parts, but I'm going to play it through in one go. So before we get going, I'll show you the rhythm section. Now the rhythm part, pretty straightforward. It's going to play. Plays that round twice, then you go into one time round of. So I think that's 4 bars worth, but one kind of phrase that they nick from the song, and then back to. And then you're back into the chorus. So. Solo wise, this is good. Let me just play it for you. I'm going to play the backing track, and then I'm going to play over the top of it so you can hear how it sounds, and then we'll break it into chunks. Let's do it. So, not too bad, right? I mean, I fluffed up a few times in there, but there we go. I don't think I'll ever get that bang on. So, wah-wise, it comes on at the beginning of the solo. I've cut the gain on my Friedman, so he's in the same settings as before, but I've cut the gain a little bit. Reason being, I think playing over the top of that gainy bit with exactly the same sound, it sounds a bit weird. So this will actually cut through a little bit because it cleans it up slightly, but you still retain the sustain. So we've also got some wah, which is going to add a load more kind of, you know, mid-range and high end. So we start off with this. So that's the first chunk, okay? I'm not going to do this in super minuscule basic detail because, to be honest, if you're trying to attempt this, then I'm assuming you're kind of intermediate already because it's not an easy solo. You could, if not, then just pick out some of the phrases that you like. So otherwise, we'll be here for some time. So this hammer on and pull off thing is just basically a trill. Like that. I should have set up the foot cam, shouldn't I? But I haven't had time. But anyway, I'm not rocking it backwards and forwards. It's just on, and then it just stays slightly so until you get that sort of sound. Okay, so it's just basically like toe position but back a touch. And the trill is played on the D string and the 2nd fret. So you're going to go. Till you get that quick, okay? That's the kind of pace you need to do it at. And use whichever finger's strongest. Find my 2nd finger's best for that. And you're going to do that for 2 bars, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to go up to the 7th fret on the D string and play this. Which is wonderful. Again, the wah's in the same position. So 7th to the 9th. Then you go up one string and play 7/9. And a bend, that is a 1.5 step bend. And you pick that bend, okay? And with Jerry Cantrell's bends, he always bends and then they kind of slowly release. Okay? Then there's this triplet run. Bluesy as you like. Okay, so again, that slowly. And the bend on the 7th fret is just a very quick full bend. So that phrase slowly. And before the end of that bar, you are going to bend up the 10th fret on the B string a full step. And keep it held and start doing that staccato picking thing. And those are triplets as well, so you're going to play 3 per beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then a little bend, release, and that at the end. So let me play through that whole section, okay? So 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have to look over my shoulder at the tab because I can never remember the timing. That bend is 2, 3, 4. So I'm bending before the first beat of the next bar, okay? So just bear that in mind with the phrasing. So you're basically going to play a bend and then go into your triplets. So you're going to play, which is 3 beats at full bend, okay? Then you drop it down like half a tone, okay? And then fully down. So the last 6 notes are effectively, because you're basically going to play, so he releases the bend while he's still doing that, which he does in a few other solos as well, actually. So once you've done that, so then you're going to be on the 2nd beat of the next bar. You're going to play 2, 3, 4, 1. And that note hits on the 3rd beat of that bar, okay? So it's slowly. That's a full bend, release, pull off. Okay, so put those together, you're going to get. Okay, now the next riff is quite tricky. It sounds super quick. It's not actually that quick. It basically goes. You could use a bit of wah with that and just rock it forward a little bit. So slowly what I'm playing there is. Okay. Which is a full bend on the 14th fret of the G string. On the 12th fret of the B. But without picking again, you're then going to go into some hammer-ons and pull-offs, but they're triplets from there, okay? So there's 2 sets of triplets. And then a full bend, 15th fret, up to 17. So that's the phrase, okay? Bend on the 14th fret, up a full step. That's on the G string. Then 12th fret on the B. Then you're going to play. So I would break it down like this. That bit first. Then I would learn the. Which is da 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 da. Alright? right, but he's playing it with hammer-ons, so it sounds loads quicker than it is, but it is just that. Okay. And then with the wah on, it sounds even quicker. Okay, so, oops, fluffed that last bend. So that's how it sounds so quick, but I don't think it is particularly fast anyway. Certainly achievable, right? If I can play it, you can. Then you're going to play this, which is awesome. It's quite a tricky phrase to play after that, because you're going to basically play 12th fret to 15 on the E string. Then you're going to bend that 15th fret up to the 18th. So it's a 1.5 step bend. So 12, 15 bend, 15, 12. Then you're going to have to play 12, 14 on the, what's that, the G string, okay? So when you go to that one, you want to leave enough, you want to go for, I'm not hitting it with the tip of my finger, I'm hitting it about there really, when I go back to the 12th fret, okay? See, I'm pretty much covering those 3 strings at that point. Because then I can just go to that nice and easily. Could play it there, but it's probably quicker to play it there actually, and good practice to be skipping strings with the on the same fret. Then the wah comes off. I'm going to my in-between type pickup, which sounds like this. So that's what the guitar sounds like to me for the rest of the solo then. The wah's off, and we've got this. Single coils basically, and it does have that single coily twang, so I don't know how you'll figure that out on your guitar, but for this guitar that seems to work okay for me. Now, the other guitar part does keep going after the, it bends up when the next guitar part comes in, okay? So that's what I've tabbed out, so that's why there's a bit of overlap there, but obviously you can't do that. So next section, I'll play it through. I think that's about right. So first part, it's basically a hammer-on from the open E to the 3rd fret on the E string. And I think he's palm muting the whacker as well as covering the strings, because otherwise it can get a bit messy, I think so. And then he's going to go for the 5th fret on the D string to the 7th fret on the A. Okay, so that's slowly. So the next section goes. Great, isn't it? Lovely and bluesy. And we're basically just doing some pentatonic stuff. So note those last bits of staccato, okay? So you're going to play 7 to 9, and then you're up to the 8th fret, and the rest of this lick is then, so that's 10 bent up. So you bend it up, play the 10th fret, 8, 9. Then you're going to play this, which is just wonderful phrasing, so soulful. I'm not sure how he exactly frets that there, but that's the comfiest way for me to do. So you're going to play 12, 11, 10. on the G string, you're going to play the 12th fret and then bend it up. So put as much feel in as you can there. Then you're going to play another bend and play down to the 9th fret, okay? So bend, and then you skip a string there and play the 10th fret on the E string. So that part again slowly. Next section is this. And then you're done. So that phrase slowly. It's lovely. So you're hammering on from the 12th to the 15th. Bend and release and pull off. And then the 15th fret, the next string down. Then you're going to go into this. And the rhythm might take you a little bit of time to get, but it's just... So that is the first beat of the next bar. So Jimi Hendrix chord basically with a... Basically goes along with the... goes along with the second half of that bar phrase, okay? So... Which is great. That should be straightforward enough. Then the last phrase is just... And you end on that E. So that last phrase is just palm muted E string. Slightly bent 3rd fret on the G. And then 4 whackers. And again, I think it's probably wise to palm mute those. And then I move my finger up there for those whackers. Because you're then going to play, which is a hammer on, 5th fret to the 7th on the A, 5th fret on the D. In fact, I may have played that wrong slowly. It's this. So you're playing 5-7, 5-7. First one's hammered, the other two are picked. But you leave it hanging to the next bar, and then you're going to do a bend. Okay? And then you're going to immediately play the open D there. And then the last 3 beats are just... Okay, so... Okay, so that again slowly. And there's a slight bend, I think, on that. Okay. So some subtle bending going on there. It's just very, very bluesy little run at the end. And that's it. That is it. So I hope I've gone through that in enough detail, but not too much detail, but not too slowly, but not too quickly, for those of you who want to play it. It's a superb solo, so stick with it. I'm going to spend a bit more time on this, because there are some hidden guitar parts in this. Oh yes, so if you're a patron, you'll have heard about this already. Yeah, I'm going to work all those bits out as well. I also might put up a little play along, so you know, you can practice, you know, like a little jam track that you can play along with. If you want a jam track, then comment below and I will sort that out, because I need to practice doing stuff in GarageBand. I've got GarageBand now, so I'm going to start doing some bits and pieces like that. So stay tuned. You've been fantastic. I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers. See you soon. Bye bye.